Oh, we're live.
We're live, so welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the Impact Lounge. This is Trent Love, my co-host, J-Bone. J-Bone, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
Now, hold on a second there,
I'm
Trent.
introducing you.
No. See, when I was gone for a while, it made sense for you to introduce J-Bone right after me, right after yourself. But now that I'm back, I feel like I should be the second introduction and J-Bone goes back to third. No offense, J-Bone. There's an order to this.
Don't take.
So basically, until you leave again, I'm to introduce you second. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. And then
okay,
after the next unanswered sabbatical, then flip the order around.
So J-Bone, wait like a week or two. You'll be back into the second spot. Okay.
I'm on
and the scumbag Kyle. Kyle, say hello to the people.
I'll be back producing. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello to the people.
I have seen that penis.
I have seen that penis.
Yeah,
The boys are back in town.
Oh, Kyle. Speaking of back in town, you had a very interesting night. Let's open up. We're getting to we got a special guest even on the horizon over here. But look at this. Look at people. Oh, the nurse. See, dude, we got the nurse already with the nurse questions.
Hello, nurse. She's over. She's over.
She's
Trent.
over. I was telling the nurse, but real quick, I was like, you might need to get your own show on the original channel. We might need to have her do her own show. Nurse's Corner. You know, the nurse's checkup. The nurse's checkup. Holy shit.
You know, it's a sausage fest, and we're covering the knockouts matches. It's refreshing to get, the female perspective on the female wrestlers.
Yeah. I think we might need the nurse's checkup.
We might.
And part of the intro could be her putting on the glove and the snap.
This sounds like a movie I've seen, Jay. Oh no, wait, that was last Saturday night.
Oh,
come on, Kyle.
Hey, I'm warming up, bro. I'm warming up.
No wonder. Okay, so the truth comes out, Kyle. We know why Trent was late. They were playing doctor.
No. How many times have I told you they play hide Kenny the kendo stick?
That's right.
That's what they do.
But it's the other Kenny, the one that's made out of flesh. Anyway, let's get on.
I have seen that penis.
She sure has. Okay, let's go ahead and get talking here, guys. So Kyle, you just got back from the Impact tapings at Melrose.
Got this
Look at that
fresh
shirt. Look at that shirt. Pull it up a little. There you go.
Ohio versus
Isn't that cool?
everything.
That is gorgeous.
Fresh off the tapings, and I got that. I still got that post-taping adrenaline rush going. That Impact high. The best time.
Speaking of highs, I want to say hi. Colby Cooper, Akeem Fullerton, Jamie Weiser, Mike Larkin, Paul Nelson, Garth Oosteveen. Who else is in here?
The whole gang.
The whole gang. Malcolm Lloyd, how you doing? That's everybody. Look, guys, last minute. Thanks for jumping on. This was a last minute go live. I mean, Kyle just rolled in the door from the Impact tapings tonight.
Oh,
yeah. Kyle, you didn't come alone. You did
not
come alone.
I didn't. And let me cue this for myself here.
What a scumbag!
I organized a pre-show pizza meet at Napoli Pizza, which is just
a pizza right now.
Which is just it was great. New York pizza is the best. Just a few minutes down the block from the Melrose Ballroom. I told everybody to meet me there at 5:30. Can you guys guess what happened?
Something scummy.
Maybe a little traffic problem.
I ran into some rush hour traffic. I did not think about that on my way in. So I showed up a half hour late to
your
pizza meet that I held. That's like being late to your own funeral. I did not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically. But
you're embarrassing us, Kyle. You're embarrassing us.
So tomorrow I'm going to leave a solid hour before that. So I'm going to be at the Melrose nice and early, scumming around, hanging out. But yeah, I ran into traffic. I forgot my signs at home. I'm going to have to bring those tomorrow. A whole bunch of scumbaggery. It couldn't have gone.
If anybody in the chat, whoever, or now or jumping in later, anybody in the chat is coming to the tapings tomorrow. Because Friday night tapings might be easier to get to. Anybody's coming to tapings tomorrow, get a hold of Kyle. Yeah. KL_TNI on Twitter. Let them know, or We Talk Impact on Twitter. Let them know you're going to be there, and meet up. What do you hear something, Kyle? You got a special message?
Yeah, a little tap. It's okay. But meet up. Even if you're not watching this live and you're catching this post whenever, just hit me up, KL_TNI. Let's get some pizza and hang out. And I was not alone. Our faithful listener, Bison, came all the way from the United Kingdom. Talk about impact dedication. Came all the way from the United Kingdom.
That's awesome.
For the chat. And he is coming on with us right now to talk for a few minutes. Hey, Bison!
Oh, here he is.
The
Bison is here. Look at who's here.
And he didn't come empty-handed. He brought gifts. Bison, introduce yourself to the people before I talk over you. Introduce yourself.
Well, I am the one and only Bison. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, perfect.
Loud and clear.
Well, I am the one and only Bison, and I am from the UK. And I am the biggest, and I mean the biggest Impact UK fan there is.
Look, as evidenced by the fact that you flew over here for taping.
For you.
He's got his own merch.
I get merch. I got my own merch.
Even we don't have merch. Guys, we're slacking. Can somebody in the chat make us merch? And
the new year, you know what? I'll set it up within the next week if you want, man.
All right, before we go anywhere, what is bring that comment back up by Jamie? I want to know what that is. What happened with Ross Foreman and Sami Callihan?
Bison was telling me about this over pizza, and
all right, let's hear it.
I got to see it.
What's the deal, Bison?
That was a really cool. Basically, he was. Look, I've forgotten his name. What's his name?
Ross Foreman.
Ross Foreman.
Ross was in the car with Sami Callihan, and they did like a shoot interview. As I think they were in traffic, so they were just they were killing time. They were in traffic, they were killing time, but Sami was just his total scumbag self, and it was amazing.
They just left the Busted Open Radio studios.
Gotcha. But yeah, so a bit of a, you know what? I got to get a bigger bite board, because now I have so many of them. My finger slips all the time. I gotta get some more of those. But Bison, the great guy that he is, did not come empty-handed. I'm so surprised. Check this out, Bison.
Let's hear. I want to see these
Bison
gifts.
Heard my request, and Trent, you remember I've asked a lot of UK listeners to do this. Bison came through. Bison delivered.
What a guy!
This is Monster Munch. And I've never had this before. I've wanted this for years. Legend has it. Actually, I know for a fact, Steve-O, the great Steve-O from Jackass, once got really high and took a one-way flight into the UK just to get some Monster Munch. That's how, and I've never tried it before. We're gonna do the review, a little impromptu Scumbag food review right
live
here.
On the air.
And there's more.
Tremendous.
There's more. This is Iron Brew. Now, Trent, I'm a soda connoisseur. I have 1,000 cavities. I love drinking soda. I drink more soda than water, to be honest. And I've heard about this. Only the great soda drinkers, like top-notch people, drink this shit. I've always wanted to get my hands on it, and now I have it. And we're gonna try this right here on the show.
This is incredible. I've been to the UK 5 times. I've never had either one of those. What the hell am I missing, Bison? Where have I not gone to buy this? I've been there 5 times.
Monster Munch have been around a long time. Since I was a child, Monster Munch has been around.
Shit. All right, well, next time. I'm planning on being there in February. I'm going to meet up with Bison. I'm going to get one up on you, Kyle.
Smells fantastic.
I want to try this shit.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Drum roll, fellas. This is fantastic.
So these potato chips? What are they?
Yeah, what is it?
It's a Monster Paw.
It's a Monster Paw. It's Monster Munch, Monster Paw. I would compare it to like Funyuns that we have here in the States.
Oh, okay.
But there's this pickled onion flavor. It's like it's got the sour acidity of a pickle, but it's got the onion in there. This is worth the hype. I will say this is like the Popeyes chicken sandwich. This is worth the hype.
Incredible.
Pass one over here.
Yeah, we're in this little like OVE box like you got on your shirt. You can just pass one through.
I'm not sharing any of these. These are for
That's fantastic. Good job. Good on you, Bison. Good on you.
Time for the drink.
Okay, the drink. Let's do the drink live.
Iron
This
Brew
is
soda.
interesting.
Now,
These have traveled thousands of miles.
3,500.
3,500, exactly.
how long was your flight, Bison? Curious.
7 hours 45 minutes.
That's long enough.
Impact dedication. At that
That's
point,
amazing.
I feel like Bison deserves more than a poster and autographs. He should have got a lap dance from Katie Forbes at that point. That guy went all the way out.
Look at that. Look at
No.
that. Now, is that the cardboard poster?
Not
yeah,
the
that's
regular poster. Now, you got to go titanium loungers. If you're going to
That's
go to an
nice.
Impact show, you have to go titanium. It's worth the money. Got that. Well, first, let's try the Iron Brew. Trent,
Okay,
drum roll.
very nice, Bison. Iron Brew, here we go.
Yo,
Come on,
imagine Bison shook this up on me so it explodes all over me on the show.
That would be an ultimate.
That's
No,
That's
the,
been at 30,000 feet.
that's the money shot.
The smell is almost reminiscent of like bubble gum. I don't know.
It looks like a cream soda.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, let's see. Here it is. And he's a soda connoisseur.
This is fantastic.
What does it taste like? Give us something to compare it to.
Like a citrusy type Mountain Dew, but a whole different flavor. A flavor I'm unfamiliar with. I have no
Really?
idea what this. Yep.
All
And
right.
a Google search showed me that there's an ingredient in here that's banned in the United States. I don't know what it is, but power to the people.
Is it called cocaine?
That's all right because so much of stuff that's in our food is banned all over the world. So yeah,
It evens out.
That's awesome.
you know,
Good
that's
man,
called,
Bison.
This
Let's
is
see
cool.
this hat you bought, Bison. Let me see that. Let me turn. Which one is it? Turn the hat around. I want to see which one it is. Because there's that a couple there. Oh, nice classic logo hat.
Ooh, yeah, I like
Very
that.
cool.
See, I'm pissed off because I went through the hats that they had at the merch table, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find the adjustable one that Bison's wearing. I only saw the one-size-fits-all cap, and, I like my adjustable thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look for one of those tomorrow.
There
They
you
were
go.
at the back.
They're on the back. Got to ask for the
Yeah.
back.
They were at the back of them, but you had the front was a snap back. The flat with the flat bit,
So
and then in the back they had the proper baseball cap.
There you go, Kyle.
Hakeem Fullerton has a question for our friend Bison here from the UK. Hakeem
There we go.
Fullerton wants to know, do you guys think Impact should bring back British boot camp?
I want Bison to start this answer.
Well, I know one thing. WWE NXT is ruining the UK scene right now.
Ooh,
Yes. There was a guy, Bison. Now here, I saved it because he posted this last year. Hang on. His
You know
name
like
was.
Sizem?
What was it?
Something Sizem.
Sizen, right. So Sizen was a wrestler in the UK who posted
That's
this
right.
whole thing about how this WWE thing is going to ruin the UK scene. And everybody, they all tore him apart, right, Bison? They tore him apart.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, and I backed this guy. I was like, this guy knows because this is exactly what they did to every other scene. And look
Yeah.
at that. A year
Justin.
later, I want to ask Bison a question, very un-Impact related, but I'm going to consider it a tie-in because they tweeted Impact yesterday and they shouted him out. Progress Wrestling, Bison. I used to hear about every week something was happening in Progress. I haven't heard shit out of Progress in 6 months. Like it's happened,
Yeah.
it's still there, but I haven't heard that buzz that you used to get for Progress.
I think.
I'm
I gonna think buy the- out
your whole country. Yeah.
I think the biggest problem in the UK at the moment is because NXT UK are putting everybody into the exclusive category.
Yep.
That some of the big stars now that were kind of they were spreading themselves around all the different feds, all the different associations, and now they're not doing it, including Progress being one of them. So now you have this sort of kind of you still have a lot of the young wrestlers, you still have a lot of the young ones coming through, but because you haven't got you've got Sizen, that's about it. But because you haven't got some of the other bigger stars that aren't available now, it causes a lot of problems because you're not drawing the people in because they don't know. They're like, who is this guy? Why do I pay £20 to go and see this when I got no idea who this guy is? Absolutely no idea.
Okay.
And that is what the problem is. At the end of the day, they're stopping the bigger guys from going in there and headlining, and that is the problem.
So based on that, big opening for Impact to go back to the UK now and bring some star names who are flexible names, who are names people who are without restrictions, right? And this is a good time to go back.
Yeah, if Impact went to the UK now, and they were, I mean, Sami Callihan was at ICW earlier this week.
Last weekend,
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
Right.
he just got back. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I saw the match on YouTube, and it was a really good match. And the guy that he was wrestling is awesome.
Very good.
He's a great wrestler, and the thing is, there is loads of really good talent hanging around in the UK, and they just need some bigger stars to come in. Maybe guys from Impact Wrestling could come in and kind of help those promotions that aren't now got any of the big UK guys to help those guys sort of kind of elevate the younger elements. And then I think people are now realizing exactly what Justin Sison was talking about.
Very nice. Well, listen, this is a perfect opportunity for Impact to go. Sammy was there. Very nice. That's a really good insight, Bison. Thank you for that. Kyle, I know there's a couple people in the chat now who just got back like you guys did.
Now, Clackman just got in the chat. Clackman did not show up to the pizza party. He did not come say hello to a front row scumbag Ed Bison. What gives, Clackman? You better come up to me tomorrow. I want to meet all around you.
Wait, look who's in the chat. What the legend himself, my good pal William Gardner, is in the chat. Front row Bill, Moose Vest.
Come on, Trent.
EC3 suit. I mean, the guy's a legend. That's my buddy Bill, man.
Shout out to William Gardner, the
William Gardner is tops.
EC3 jacket guy, Moose jacket guy.
Very, very nice guy. He came to our pizza party at in Chi-Town. Yeah, very nice.
Bill, I've attended many shows with Bill, and he is first class all the way. The biggest Impact Wrestling fan, hands down.
He's the modern day ECW hat guy. Is
100%.
He's
100%.
the modern day.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Shout out to him.
Very nice. Very nice. Cool. So, guys, let's just talk a little bit. No spoilers. Spoiler-free zone on the tapings. Give us a little reaction. How was it? I want to talk to Bison because he went a long way. Kyle, you only went like an hour and a half. Bison he changed. He went over oceans for this. So we're gonna get Bison's feedback on this. How'd you feel, Bison? I know the fan experience at Impact is amazing. Ross Foreman does a great job. The team does a great job. How did it feel? You're a front row. You're going to be on TV, right? You guys are on TV, right? I mean, I'm sure there's cameras all over you two. I imagine.
I hope so. I got to be honest, it was great. I think the only criticism I have is that it was raining, and we were supposed to be going in. I think it was quarter to 7. I think, is that right, Kyle?
Yeah, there were some technical difficulties, so we had to stand outside for a few extra minutes, but it's okay.
Yeah, we were definitely outside for a little bit longer, and it was raining. That's my only criticism. When we got in, they basically ushered us round to the back. They got on stage. We had photographs with all the champions. So Sami, Taya, the North, Ace Austin. They were all on the stage, so we all were allowed to go up and have photos individually. They're going to be sending those to us on email, apparently, which was fantastic. We then were given some discount on the merch, which was great. I bought my hat. Cool. We then watched the show, which was fantastic, front row, and then we also got to go and take some photographs afterwards with the Desi Hit Squad, where I met
Hit Squad.
Yeah, where I met Rohit, or is it Hakeem, I believe.
Yes,
is his real name. But what a great guy he is. I gave him some compliments on the promo work that he did for AAW, which I've been watching through links that you've been putting out, Trent. And I've got to say, I think he's a very, very talented promo guy. Very talented. And
he's fantastic.
I said to him, I hope Impact let you loose on the mic. And he's like, I've been trying, man. I've been trying. And I'm like, just keep the faith. They'll see what you're doing, and they'll give you that shot. They will.
Very nice. I hope he does too, man. That's awesome. That is really good. The funny thing is, now I imagine you got the same photo with the Hit Squad too, Bison. Kyle sent me a picture of him and the Hit Squad. I said, Here's Kyle with my extended family. I don't have a photo with
See,
those
but
guys.
Bison outdid me because I took a picture with the hit squad, but Bison took a picture and bowed down to Gama. He got down. He got the head. He beat me to it, man.
The great Gama State.
Nice.
So they let us go up on stage on the entrance ramp, and they let us take a picture with all of the champions. Now,
Yeah.
Greg, you know me. I have a big mouth. I never shut up. But when I got up there, I had anxiety, dude. I was starstruck. I'm like, not saying anything. Like the people I watch on TV all the time, I face to face with them. I get up on the stage. Ethan Page has his camera in my face. I guess he's filming his vlog or something. Sami Callihan has a camera in my face. I hope that footage doesn't pop up anywhere. He's like, "What's your name?" Like, Kyle. And he shouted out my Hemi shirt. And then I stood there for a few minutes. Started to, come down to earth. I got a little more cool about it. I looked over at Ace Austin. I said, "Hey, Ace, bang some wives tonight." He was cool. And then Trent, this is the money shot. This is the money shot right here. I look to my left, Taya Valkyrie. The Taya that threatened to come beat my ass on our audio drop. The same Taya that I nominated as Scumbag of the Week so many times. I looked over at her and I said, "Hey, Taya, sorry for nominating you for Scumbag of the Week so many times." And she goes, Oh, it's you. Talk to the hand because the face ain't there. Gives me one of those. And then Josh Alexander looks over and says, Oh, you're the one, huh? So they must know. They must know.
The word's out, gentlemen. The word is out. They know about it. They know. Ty told me in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when I got that drop from her, that threat, I should say. She said, "If I ever see that guy, I'm going to let him know."
It took her by surprise. She was not expecting me. So
that's awesome.
I'm going to see her tomorrow, and hopefully I could get a picture one-on-one with her. Maybe have her put me in a headlock or something like that.
You should. Absolutely should.
That'd be fun.
Hey,
Kyle, what did you think of Taya's shoes?
Taya's shoes. Oh,
the boots she was wearing. They were platforms like the rock band Kiss.
Straight out of the Moose collection. Fantastic.
So you say they're Gene Simmons? They were Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons styly, man.
With the teeth.
Just about.
Yeah, but they were white. They were fantastic.
All right, I can't wait. Very nice.
Overall, great set of tapings. All the matches were fucking off the chain.
Yeah, they were great.
Shout out Bobby Roode, the old Bobby Roode, off the chain. Really good. There was nothing bad. We didn't see any. There's like no filler, I guess you'd say. Everything was awesome.
Awesome.
Not going to give any spoilers here. I'll just tell you there was a triple threat match that went down that was probably the greatest three-man match I've ever seen. It's really long. Just fantastic. You're going to love that. And another shout out I have to give, and I think Bison will agree with me on this. Johnny Bravo became a legend on this show. I've always liked Johnny Bravo. I've always liked the guy, but they really let him loose, and he became a legend. The crowd, there were points where almost like the crowd was more no, I'm not going to say that. Just he was very over with the crowd, man. The crowd was into Johnny Bravo. He was getting chants going. I'm not going to spoil anything. But it's great. And the most important part of the whole night, it was ODB appreciation night almost.
Very cool.
ODB, as a lot of you know, or hopefully all of you know. That's right. I got to get a soundbite of her. I don't have any ODB in the bite. Trent, you could do that. Or get your nurse on to do that. Yeah.
The nurse, there's comments about the nurse right now. Tim Bischoff saying we need the nurse on. I mean, everybody's asking for it. Well, one real quick, Kyle. Tim Bischoff asked, he said, Trent, with Impact being on Access, can Hemi play the new intro? I would love to. Tim, tweet them and let them know that, because I'm creating the buzz. Let them know you want us for the new intro. Anyway, go on. More munch?
Having my snack.
Oh, okay.
Fat ass effect.
But you were but go ahead, Kyle. Continue on with what you were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off there. You were going to say something.
Johnny Bravo became a legend. Now, let me show off. With every titanium ticket, we got a folder full of autographs. First, we got the North.
Very cool. Jay, you got one of those too, don't you?
What's that?
Yeah.
But North autograph, you got one at the All Glory.
Yes.
OVE?
Yeah, the autographs are gonna go up soon. I gotta find them all. As soon as I find a bunch of them, I'll put them up. I don't want to put up just a couple. Dude, that's sweet.
Look at all these.
This one broke my heart because it says "You suck." I'm wearing an OVE hat and an OVE t-shirt. How do I suck?
Yeah, you're a scumbag.
He did that on the drive thing on the Facebook Live. You know, if anybody was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" and he let everyone have it, no matter what.
Cage, look at that. His signature looks crazy. What the hell?
Sue Young. Oh man, was okay. No spoilers, but Susie.
No spoilers. Nothing.
Not saying a damn thing, but
don't say it.
All I know is that autograph booklet there. Couple years from now, that's gonna make me a killing on eBay.
What a scumbag!
What a scumbag!
Appreciate
You're
it.
gonna send if you ever get rid of that, it's coming to my house. Nice, man. That's very cool, guys. I'm glad. And then do you get more stuff tomorrow? Like I know you get pictures tomorrow too, but is there more gifts? How does that work?
I don't know. You know, I'm grateful for what we got. Hopefully, we get another meet and greet type deal tomorrow.
You do get a meet and greet. I know that. I know they do a meet and greet on second night too with different people. So if Bill's still in the chat, he could tell you because he's at all of those, so he could tell you for sure.
And Bill, hopefully, Bill can get there a little earlier, and we can have some pizza with Bill tomorrow. That'd be
very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice. Now, Bison, are you staying?
Hold on. Clackman,
Okay,
Napoli pizza tomorrow, 6 p.m. See you there, buddy.
All right, cool. Bison, are you staying in near the venue? Where are you at? Are you going to enjoy Manhattan a little bit? You got to take in the sights?
Do you know what? I'm going to get some sleep.
I was thinking you'd maybe go around, maybe look up the Statue of Liberty skirt or something. Have a good time while you're there.
I'm definitely going to get out and about tomorrow at some point, definitely. But I think I need to catch up a little bit on some sleep because I got to be honest, I'm feeling it now.
We appreciate you hanging on with us late. We won't keep it. We're going to still do a quick review of last week's show, so we won't hold you for that. You guys want to recap, just kind of touch it up with anything else on the live experience. Definitely encouraging to go to the shows.
No, you know what? We're gonna save it because we're gonna get Bison back on when we cover these actual shows, and you will get the front row viewpoint from me and Bison. And Bison, if you hit Times Square, get some of those New York City Manhattan hookers. They are the best.
Bison, we're going to try to, when these shows air, I know we get the time difference, so we're going to try to work that out so you can be on with us to review these episodes because we definitely want to have you on because one thing I want to start doing too, especially because the shows I've been to this year, we didn't get to do it a lot, guys. I gave some insight, but I would definitely want to give the live versus airing perspective of these episodes as they air. So I know I did that a little bit, Jay. I think you anchored me on a couple of those, like Philly and whatnot.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was our first experiences working together, I think.
Yeah, so he anchored me on that one. So we'll do the same for these two. Two of us will anchor on these two's live experience versus us watching it on TV. So we'll do that when these start airing.
I cannot recommend going to a live taping enough. So if you're out there and you've not been to live tapings yet, you need to go.
Very good. No, wait, real quick, Bison, was it your first experience? Was your first
titanium?
No, it's not actually. My first experience with Universal when it went down at the Impact Zone when it was TNI. I was there on holiday with my wife, and we were. This is where I really started to get into Impact or TNA at the time.
Yeah,
this is back, I think 2007, maybe 2008.
Oh, early! This is early stuff.
Yeah, and we were at Universal Studios, and we saw the signs, and I was like, "Oh man, that'd be cool." So we went and watched, and that was it. I was like, "Wow, I never even knew this existed. I'm all over this."
That's awesome. That is. Did you go to the UK shows too? Wembley and all that?
Yes, I've been to Wembley. Yeah, I went to Wembley Arena. I've been to 2 of those shows, which was again
Maximum
fantastic.
Impact.
That is a different experience, though, because they're arenas.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, those arenas were full, weren't they?
Wembley Arena is like 12,000.
That's fantastic. That is very cool.
That's great.
And that's why I find it strange that they've not gone back yet, because There is a massive fan base. Impact in the UK is doing more numbers than AEW so far.
They gotta go back. This is long enough that they've waited to go back. Now it's time. I'd say 2020. They got to, after Hard to Kill. I think they got to focus on going back to the UK, maybe for the spring.
I would love that so much.
Absolutely,
so much. If
it works out, maybe because I'm planning February, I got to be there for a wedding. If it all works out, maybe they'll be there in February, and I can join you on that. We'll see. We'll never know what can happen.
You want me to call out some scumbaggetry real quick before Bison bounces out of here?
Do that. The man has to sleep, Kyle. He's been cross continents here.
Before we press the Dr. Evil button and send him down the trap door to the man-hungry sharks, me and Bison are waiting online. Check this out. A shady guy with a hood up comes over to everybody on the line with a stack of MLW flyers and real quick starts handing them out. And he's like, oh, come back in December. Now, I understand if he's promoting for the venue, but he didn't seem to be working for Melrose. He seemed to be working for MLW. He kind of just real quick popped up out of nowhere, pop. And they didn't leave them on the chairs in the arena. They hit everybody on the line. So he must have been some sort of stooge crony that was sent to do a mission.
That's called Street Team.
Street Team. Yeah. It wasn't Raphael, was it? The old producer, because he works for. No, he's at AEW. Because he was Raphael,
a bald dude with a hood up, and he.
Okay, because Raphael used to be a producer at Impact. He lives down the street from Melrose,
and
so I thought maybe it was him.
I've been to MLW before. It was okay. It's certainly no Impact. Didn't have anywhere as much fun as I do with the Impact shows. But when we go over to the bar, when we get in, Bison being the champion he is, he says, hey, Kyle, you know what I think of MLW? And he takes the flyer and throws it in the trash.
What a G.
What a good guy.
Good Lord.
All right, Bison, thank you for joining us. We will have you back on when we cover these episodes. Say goodbye to the loungers. Any final thoughts, last words?
Plug your Twitter.
Yes.
Tell them where they can find you, Bison, and I'll put it in the description.
Plug master over here.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that wants to follow, join the disciples of pain at JB Hawk, HAWKE. That's where you'll find me. That's where the Bison is on Twitter. I don't really do too much on Facebook, but I tend to just leave my wrestling persona on Twitter, so that being a 45-year-old man, and all that.
I mean, he's a father.
I know what that's like. Yeah,
we got two fathers in here. These are grown men, Kyle. These are grown men. You got me, who's not far off from their age, but I act more closer to you than I do to these guys. These two are raising people.
Somebody called J-Bone Grandpa last week. Said Grandpa had to go take a nap.
That's the grayness in the beard.
Get my shirt. Kick your ass.
Awesome, Bison. Great guys. Connect with Bison. Get a hold of him. He's fantastic. He's a good friend to have. You have a friend in the UK if you have Bison on your side. Because I know I do. I know I got somebody's gonna get me a pint or somewhere to drink or somewhere to sleep if I ever need it in the UK.
Nice.
Definitely. You've definitely got sleep. You've bed at my house.
Very nice. Right. Thank you, Bison. That's awesome. We appreciate that. All right, let's let the man get some rest. Kyle, you will see him tomorrow. Let's get some more report. Anything fun happens, keep us in the loop tomorrow, guys.
He just got banged out of here.
All right, awesome. Bison's got that was awesome. Very cool, guys.
Thank you, Bison. That was awesome having a little.
What a good guy.
And a little recap. Good dude. Brought me snacks, but let's.
What a guy.
We've gone through our appetizer. Let's get to the main course, fellas.
Main course. We won't keep everybody long. We're going to talk about last week's episode. I was traveling. I was in Atlanta, the old land of WCW. I was right at CNN Center by the Omni. I mean, I was in the heart of the old WCW, headquarters essentially. So I was just there. I just got back today, so I was able to watch everything on the plane. I got back in. Jay, we're all caught up. Oh, Mir Neesum's here. Oh, Mir, we're sorry. I
didn't even see him write anything.
Mir. Oh my goodness.
We love you.
What's going on here?
I waved to him.
Okay, Mir, we're sorry. We're sorry. Display a couple of those comments from Tim Bischoff over there. I want to see. This is Eric Bischoff's nephew right here is what this is. I'm going to do a wrestler's theme song. I'd love to. What would it take? Well, we're already in the family. We've done 2 songs for Impact this year. We're talking. They got the catalog. We're in works. We're talking about stuff. 2020 will be fun. We're discussing what we can do. Like I said, we're in the zone, guys. We've joined the family. So now it's just a matter of what's going to happen next.
Thumbs up.
Where's the down?
Well, why am I going to thumbs down? When things are good, I hit the thumbs up. When things are bad, I hit the thumbs down.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I got 2 second fights, Trent.
Okay, deal. All right, cool. All right, Mir needs some. Sorry, we didn't mean to ignore you. We see you're in here.
We love you, Mir.
Yeah, we love anyone who shows up at this time of night. Seriously.
Yeah.
Thank
Gettysburg
you.
Battle said that's JD from New York in the hoodie who came up to you.
No, I know who that is. That was the guy who I saw. Maybe he was on the other end of the line. I don't think that was him. I don't want to because older fella. This definitely wasn't JD.
Okay, not JD. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Guys, hang out with us for a few more minutes. I am the singer, Gettysburg. I'm the singer and bass player.
Bassist, yeah.
That's right. The videos of me performing at Impact's All Glory on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. Type in Hemi All Glory.
that penis.
I have.
Yeah, I guess you have. All right, guys, let's talk about it. November 5th episode of Impact Wrestling. Now, Kyle, I don't want you saw the New York tapings. Hopefully, this doesn't throw you off too bad, but I don't want you to reveal anything where you saw anything go after these. So just kind of play neutral.
Yep.
We opened up, guys. Moose and Willie Mack. This was I didn't expect this kind of match to be booked. It was interesting. Moose, obviously, they're keeping him strong. He is booked extremely solid, lately. This one turned to a nice little chop fest, toss kind of match. Both very agile for their size. A lot of fun to watch always. Moose takes the win. I love Willie. Willie is phenomenal, as is Moose. This one, Moose takes the win with the no jackhammer needed. Spear for the win. So, J-Bo, let me start with you. Thoughts on this one? Where do you see both of them going? Because Willie was just teaming with Rick and Swann, so I don't know what is he going solo now. We're going to talk about Rich later on. What do you think about this?
I think because of what we saw later in the show, maybe they are not going to do a Willie Mack and Rich Swann tag team and keep that going. I was actually getting kind of excited for it, but maybe they just got some other plans and shake things up. I'm good with that. Whatever, I trust them. And Willie Mack's a great singles guy, so whatever. And this is just another notch in Moose's belt. Moose has just been no complaints, man. He's becoming a legend in his own, and he's this one could have went either way, but Moose is on a roll. Moose is really on a roll, and he looked terrific.
Yeah, well, Kyle, it was Rich Swann and Willie, man. They shook it up. They're not teaming right now. Can Willie go? Well, the thing is, this is the problem not having a middle title. You don't have the Grand Championship anymore. There's no U.S. type title. There's no Intercontinental type title. You don't have that mid-level title where these guys can fight over that.
Well, there's no limits with the X Division. Willie Mack could certainly go for the X Division championship. Ace Romero could go for the X Division championship.
He could. I'd like to keep the X to the guys. I don't know. I'd like the X representing the high flyers, man. I'm biased.
They're both high flyers. They can fly, man.
That's true.
I see Willie Mack out there moving like a cruiserweight.
He does.
Ethan Page was in there a few pay-per-views ago. It was when he came back. I think he was in the X Division match. He was
in Homecoming. It was at Homecoming. Yeah, see, the TV title should come back. No doubt. With Access, you guys own your own station. Bring the TV title back. The Access title.
Ooh.
Huh? Ooh. What the hell does that mean? It's like, hey, we're keeping the network happy.
No, but that doesn't work because the show airs internationally on a whole bunch of other stations, and I don't. But then again, the Access logo is on the ring skirt, so I guess they could.
Access title. I mean, House of Hardcore had the Twitch title for a little while. Who knows? You could do something though. I think they need one more belt. I know a lot of.
Tim, I'm sorry. I do not want to see the Grand Champion come back just because of the I wasn't into the rules. I wasn't into the referee, the judge system. Sorry, judge system. Wasn't for me.
Hey, before we get further into this, I want to remind people that voting is open for the Professional Wrestling Podcast for 2019. The links are out there. Maybe edit it in there at the end of the show, put it in the description for the folks. Just want to remind people, get out there and vote. And if we're not in the category, write us in.
We're nominated for 5 awards. Good little reminder mid-show, Jay. I like that. We're nominated for 5 awards in the Wrestling Podcast Awards this year. So, like I said, links are out there on our social medias. Get in there. We'll put them in, like you said, Jay. We'll put them in here too. Or you can visit the Total Nonstop Impact channel itself, and we got a whole video telling you what to do. But guys, go ahead and vote for us. Very nice. Okay, we switched from that, guys. Alexia Nicole is prepping up Alisha in the back, and she's like, "You got that big date with Ace Austin tonight?" And then she's like, "Yeah." You know, she's a little nervous, a little apprehensive, but she goes around the corner to go tell Ace what's going on. She overhears Ace Austin telling Reno Scum that he already had a little bangorama with her. He's already been
bangorama.
He's definitely been hitting it.
Bang his wife.
Yeah, he's been hitting
bangorama.
Anything else?
Bang his wife.
Yes, all that, all the above. Telling her he's already telling his buddies he's already been doing it. He's already been putting the screws to her. But
it's been a bangorama.
Yeah, the bangorama's been going on for months. And, just to get over with the guys, typical guy locker room talk, and she hears it, and her heart's a little broken. Locker room talk. Her heart's a little broken. I mean, she looks sad. I think she might have actually banged him had that not happened, but she's a little heartbroken. So that sucks. We're going to come back to that one, though. They announced Hard to Kill for Dallas, Texas, guys. January 12th, 2020. We're in Dallas, Texas. Back to Dallas. I know there'll be some usual suspects who will be there. Bill, I'm sure, will be there. So I'll definitely be playing in Dallas in January. That'll be nice.
And we are setting up a GoFundMe to get me to Dallas.
And we all try to go to one show together, all 3 of us. Let's do it. It's got to happen, guys. The 3 of us have to roll into at least one of these pay-per-views together. Jay, I'm looking at you too. We all have to get.
Oh, it's going to be a long freaking time before I go to another show.
Okay. All right, so Jay has fulfilled his quota for the unforeseen decade.
What I went to with Bound for Glory, that was like my WrestleMania. Okay, that was it
was a blast. We had fun. Jay got recognized. He was a celebrity. We had a good time. All right, well, I'm going to try to get to Dallas. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Knockout champ Taya Valkyrie, Madison Rain, Kiera Hogan arguing in the back about losing their 6th knockout tag team match. Last week, Taya's confronted by Jordan Grace, who's telling her, "Hey, I pinned you. I'm next in line." Taya kind of cuts out on her quick and says, "Oh, actually, I'm not going to work you. I'm going to wrestle Madison." Yeah, Madison. She's easier, basically, is what she's trying to say. So they're setting up Jordan Grace, chasing this title. You're letting you know who this contender is going to be. I think it's perfect time. I'm Kyle, as you know, and you gave me a hard time about this. I was not the biggest Jordan Grace fan for a long time. I think after the initial Melrose, I was like, I'm not
give me my come on, Trent.
You saw it in the beginning. Who was
right?
You were right. Scumbag had his moment.
Yep. I saw Jordan Grace the second she walked down that ramp, and I knew something special. Big Mama Pop. By the way, the crowd was loving her tonight.
She was very over in New York. Every time they go there, she's very over. Jay, I don't think we ever talked about it. Were you a Jordan Grace guy? Like, it took me a while to come around on her. Would you see it right away? Because Kyle did, I got to say.
It took me a little bit. I've been a fan of her for a few years before she hit Impact. I saw her on some, and it's another one of those names that keeps going back to, I bring it up every once in a while, the Flow Slam, when that was around. They had the Evolve and the women's shows and all sorts of stuff overseas, all sorts of crazy independent
that really worked out.
So, that's where I saw her first on there, introduced to the lovely Jordan Grace, and she didn't. I gotta say, her coming to Impact Wrestling has really boosted a lot, because just seeing her like on the indies, yeah, she was a good wrestler, but nothing like she is now. I mean, they've really worked with her to just everything, charisma. Yeah, confidence. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Very nice. Kyle, you want to answer that question that you just displayed by Hakeem there?
Well, before I get to that, Trent, I have to nitpick you about something.
Again?
You went, now correct me if I'm wrong here. You went right into the first match of the show, and you did not mention the glorious OVE promo that the show opened with. I didn't hear you.
Oh shit, you're right.
So let's rewind. Let's reel it back for a second, then we'll go back to where we were. How dare you? How dare you?
Listen, I was on a high from Bison being on. I was off.
Absolute moron.
Absolute moron.
Let's talk about that real quick. That was an awesome opener. He
was.
Sami Callihan took a shot again because bubbly is for bitches.
Everyone, clap.
Right.
We're here drinking beer like men. We don't drink a little bit of the bubbly like a bunch of bitches.
A bunch of bitches.
When me and Bison were in the pizza place tonight drinking our beers, we did a cheers, and we both said bubbly is for bitches. We had our beer like that.
Very nice. I'm sorry I forgot that. That was the opener. My bad.
It was awesome though. The way it was shot, they had all the Dayton, Ohio scumbags in the background drinking beers, going crazy, spitting. It was an OVE fiesta.
Like a bunch of bitches.
It looked like my communion party all over again.
Just another Saturday night. Very good. Very good.
Go back to where we were.
Okay, now we can fast forward. All right, let's get back over here. Michael Elgin, Fallah Bahh. What a sleeper hit this was. Now, here's my thing about Michael Elgin matches. I think some people might not get it. He starts off very slow. He's a methodical build. He's a storyteller. The guy goes slow and he builds and he builds and he builds. And then you got Fallah, who's all of a sudden turned into a goddamn the guy's a maniac. Like he's 100 pounds down, faster, better, stronger. Fallah's doing phenomenal. Very impressive, Fallah Bahh. Great match. Yeah, he's still throwing in the count. He's still throwing in the Bahh. Like he's still being Fallah Bahh, which I love. Not a bad match whatsoever. Surprising ending. Michael Elgin submits Fallah with a crossface. Kind of cool on that. I don't know if they're working him more into a submission kind of guy because he's a power guy. But Elgin
finish?
Yeah, very different finish.
Excuse me.
Is Elgin a little lost in the shuffle right now? You got Sami as a world champ. You got Brian Cage getting his rematch coming up soon at Turning Point. You got Moose in the mix. You got Tessa in the mix. You got this 4-way with Rich Swann and all this going on. What in the hell? Where does Michael again? Do you need a mid-level title for guys like this? What do you do with a Michael Elgin right now? Where does Michael Elgin go at this stage? Anybody, J-Bone.
I feel like, after Bound for Glory was like, I guess, the new channel, the whole company is like a big reset right now. So I think it's going to take, I don't think people, some people, well, how do I say this? Okay, like the introduction of Susie.
Yes.
A la Su Young, that was a big wham. Here's something new. I think some other people are going to take a little bit to like jump into like, oh, this is what they're doing now. I don't think everybody is automatically, everybody gets a storyline, boom, boom, boom. No, it's sometimes you're just going to see people have really good fucking matches,
Okay.
And I'm good with that.
That's fair. Okay. I can dig that. Until you got a proper story for them. Essentially, why force them into a story, right?
They're still featuring him. Both guys looked tremendous. I still want to see the heel turn for Fallah Bahh, but that's me. I don't think I'm the only one.
I'm with you on that, J-Bone. I think that Fallah, he needs to start changing the people he hangs out with. He needs to start hanging out with the scumbags, the bad kids at school, if you will. He needs, whether it's an evil manager, he needs somebody to instill that confidence in him and take him down a different path. And I see him being like a modern day, it's cheesy and, it's cheap of me to make this comparison, but you can't fight it. A modern day Yokozuna, even compare him to Umaga in WWE.
Yeah.
That kind of guy, the big guy taking everybody out. He's got that look. The crowd loves him. He can work in the ring.
He's got the mean streak. Not just turn it a little.
Yeah, exactly. But Michael Elgin, man, he is on a whole nother level. Like you said earlier, Trent, never seen him have a bad match. I've seen him have a bad haircut before. He used to wear a mullet, but I've never seen the guy have a bad match. Such an intense. Well, I'll just tell you this, and I said it before in case anybody tuned in late. The match I saw tonight with Michael Elgin in it, that's going to be airing in a couple weeks. It was blow your fucking mind. Blow your fucking mind. That guy is on another level. But Trent, you talk about how there needs to be another title, like a mid-card title, a TV title, if you will. Think of it.
Yeah.
They got 2 hours a week to fit all these people in. It's tough. They need a second show. And I'd love somebody to explain this to me. If they're putting out Explosion once a week, why don't they do something with it instead of just having a bunch of throwaway matches? You know what I mean? Like, no offense, but if I miss an episode of Explosion, it's almost completely irrelevant as far as the in-ring segments go to the weekly Impact TV show. They have the time. They film Explosion at every Impact taping. Why not do something with that? Because, I mean, there was for a while, before the internet really took off, the early days of Explosion, it was harder to catch. But they have Twitch, they have Pluto, and Impact is on that ECW level, I'd say, at this point, where even if it's hard to find, the fans are going to find it. Fucking Bison took a plane from the United Kingdom to New York tonight just to watch the show. You know, like, the fans are going to hunt it down. And I think they need to have a little more confidence in the Explosion product and do something with it. That we need a second show. We have this loaded roster, and there's not time for everybody in that 2-hour show. We need another show. I'll say it again. They have Access TV now. Now, let them warm up and get more time on Access. But they have the Access TV station now. They own the network. They own it. It's their channel. They can do whatever they want with it. So I would like to see a second Impact show, personally.
Very nice. Cool.
I think I have a rabid cat in the next room. I hope you guys can't hear that. She's like scratching at my door.
No, we're good. But Kyle, very well put. I like. You're right. I wonder why it is that Explosion was never used as a vehicle to further the main show. I mean, why not? Like, have it be your add-on matches, give it its own title, give it its own exclusivity, something. You know, like, you're right. They got the outlets: Twitch, Impact Plus, Pluto, Access. Now you got 4 outlets right there where you can have something else that will make sense. Yeah,
and they got to reboot it and change the name, because Explosion has been great comment from Gary. It was their Velocity, and it still is. It's their throwaway show. Yes. There are cool segments in it, don't get me wrong, but it's irrelevant to the main product. That's Impact Wrestling every week. Get rid of the name Explosion, because that name is already well established. Make it something else, something fresh. Now, there were rumors online. I don't know how true this is, that they were in the process of putting a second show together, a studio show, something that would resemble what NWA is doing. So now that NWA is a thing, maybe they're changing their plans and reworking it, or these are just rumors. The rumor was that they were going to film it at what's the name of the college in Canada that they always film at?
St. Clair. That's where they're at.
They were going to film something at St. Clair. These are just rumors. Who knows if they're true? Numerous, as me and Trent say. Bottom line, I'd like to see a second show that actually means something, so nobody gets lost in the sauce, nobody gets lost in the shuffle, and everybody has something to do. Now, back to the review.
Well, they got that sexy studio out in L.A., you know, the Access Studios, where they did some of the This Is Impact stuff.
Bangorama.
Yeah, you're right, because that is a nice, where they did some of that Access.
I thought you were talking about the studio that Ace Austin banged Kendra Cole out.
That too. It's all one big house.
Sexy studio in LA, so
there you go. That's speaking of Ace Austin, it's like perfectly transitions to my next segment here. Ace runs into Alisha backstage, and she says, "Skip dinner. Let's come right to the hotel." Slips him the hotel key, the good old hotel key. That's never worked. That's never worked for me. I've never tried slipping a woman my hotel key.
I'm gonna bang his wife.
I did once. I got maced and arrested, beat down. Don't do that.
It's in a tribute to Ace. I'm going to start removing clothing.
Put your clothes back on. This is a family show. You're a father. You're a father.
The only bone I want to see stripper, those daughters of yours, J Bone. Those hot 25-year-old daughters.
I'm gonna reveal something live. Seeing it's late, no one's gonna flag us for this.
No.
Don't you pull your penis out. Do not pull your penis out, J Bone.
Oh God.
I have seen that penis.
I'm gonna unwrap a little something in tribute to
Penis.
What do we look? I got a review to get to here, Jay. What are we unwrapping?
What's going on here?
Hang on.
Take it off.
Hang on.
It's been a bangorama.
Hang on.
This is taking a long time.
Oh,
God. You know, Jay, not for nothing here. I'm getting to that segment. Okay, you're going to have to do something with that thing once I get to that segment. All right. Sami Callihan's marching through, still championing his.
I didn't shave. I'm not putting that down there.
Okay, good. He's runs into Tommy Dreamer. He disses Tommy. Basically, Sami and Tommy have some little beef. He shoves around Jimmy Jacobs. There's a lot of Sammy's on a high right now. He's
did
a
you catch the T-shirt that Tommy was wearing in this segment?
Yeah, it was
a Mantar shirt.
Mantar, yeah.
Where did you get that?
Probably Pro Wrestling Tees. One of those. Gabby Loren, the new backstage interviewer, she's in the back interviewing the tag team champions, the North. They lay out a challenge to Marufuji and said, find yourself a partner and we'll put the titles up. Because they say Ethan Page is like, you don't think you understood the way this open challenge works. You're supposed to have a partner, not a solo act against my partner. So next week or so, we'll get Marufuji with a partner of his choosing to go after the tag team titles. And so we'll see where that goes. These two, I love that the North T-shirt in the old TNA logo. That has to get on sale somewhere.
No, it's on Pro Wrestling Tees. I saw it the other day.
Okay.
We just let the loungers know you can still get a bunch of shirts at shopimpact.com, but Impact is also working with Pro Wrestling Tees again, and they're putting out new shirts. You know what, Trent? Keep talking, and I'm going to pull them up, and we're going to put them up on the screen. There's a lot of new stuff. So continue, and we'll go back to it in a second.
All right. Now, J-Bone, your lollipop's going to come in handy here. Joey Ryan and Ken Shamrock. This was the one that gave Jim Cornette a goddamn coronary this week. He lost his mind. They did, it was a little, not what you expect, right? It was a little comedy, a little back and forth, a little dodge around. They did the spot. Shamrock touched it. He got flipped over. Went from there. Bada bing, bada boom. Cat Joey in the ankle lock, tap out. All in good fun. Now, look, I'm going to put it out there. I've never been a big fan of Joey Ryan and this whole thing. That was never my thing. I was never into it.
Pussy.
I was never into it. I've seen him live 100 times. I don't know. It doesn't get me.
It's the same thing that your girlfriend has the problem with. You see how excited she gets when she sees Joey. She came on our show last week sucking the lollipop. You saw
That's true. That's true.
She doesn't like Katie Forbes because she sees how excited you get, and you don't like Joey Ryan because you see how excited she gets. I'm Dr. Phil. I'm putting this stuff together.
Okay, you're wrong. But let's just go.
Right.
Lakers is on. Look who it is. Okay, so it's a lot of fun. JB's in the house. Okay. Now, again, never my thing. It's too out there. I'm more traditionalist, right? But I'm not gonna lose my mind over it. Joey Ryan's doing good for Impact Wrestling. I'm not gonna be upset at the guy over it. Jim Cornette lost his mind, turned his cult of Cornette on the company. But here's
double
where the money.
Cheese, motherfucker.
Here's the double cheese, double onion, motherfucker. This is where the money shot came in, man. So I think from the rumor is Garrett Kidney's back doing Impact social media. That's what I'm hearing. The guy who basically helped grow it over the last year.
How do you know? Where did you hear that?
Well, Josh called it out on the show. He's like, Garrett's going to have a great time with this one doing our social media. Then if you look on Garrett's timeline, he's retweeting a ton of shit. I'm thinking, it's one of those things. Now, Garrett, they put the clip of the touch and then immediately put a tweet and said, we might as well snitch tag ourselves and just tag. Well, we might as well do this ourselves and snitch tag Jim Cornette now or something. And so they tagged Jim Cornette themselves, and it caused a firestorm. But it was such a money ass move by saying we're just going to snitch tag ourselves. And it was awesome.
I thought he was going to have a Gama Singh heart attack the way he was.
Oh, he was losing his mind. Here's where it shut down. Ken Shamrock defended the whole thing. He defended Joey. He said, look, I'm having a good time. He goes, I asked my kids about it, asked my grandkids. They said, go have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
Right? J-Bone.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was all in good fun. He didn't give a shit. He had a good time. He's at the twilight of his career. Who cares? He wants to enjoy himself.
At his age, like you said, you can't take yourself too seriously. He's not going to come in and the stuff he did with Moose at Bound for Glory was tremendous. He pulled out some moves. I was like, oh my God. Now, complete 180, he's doing a little something goofy. So he did some, crazy athletic stuff to show he can still do it in the ring. And now he's having fun. It's the reason why he's back in wrestling, folks. It's like, let's go a little easy on him. Let's just be thankful he's back and enjoy what we got with Ken Shamrock. He's blowing my mind because I never watched him back in the day. This is all new to me. So I'm enjoying this.
So if you think that's good, Jay, you should see his old stuff because he is moving slower. His running. I mean, some of his dynamic aspect is a little slower. I mean, he is older, no question.
Yeah.
No question. But the guy is a polarizing figure. There's something about the guy that you're like, he's jacked. He's 56 years old and he's ripped. He looks cool. He's a cool looking guy.
If I was punched in the head that many times, I think I'd be a little slow too.
Yeah, there you go. So,
I don't even need it, and I'm kind of slow. So
he's having a good time with things. He's enjoying himself. So hey, who are we to knock him? Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Joyride, but I'm not gonna knock any of it. I don't give a shit. Like I don't care. I'm just glad that everybody's getting paid, having a good time, bringing attention to Impact Wrestling. So that's all it comes down to. Kyle, were you a Ken Shamrock guy back in the day, early NWA TNA days? He's the first champion in Impact history. Let's put him out there.
I had a Ken Shamrock action figure in about 2000,
Nice.
1999. Was a fan. Was never a favorite of mine. The world's most dangerous man. Which, by the way, I'm not going to do an impression of it because I'll look totally stupid. But he still does that crazy screaming face with his arm. J-Bone, do it. Do the Ken Shamrock.
you want me to take my shirt off too and do it?
No. Shirt on, please. Shirt on, please. We don't want
to
break the camera. Break
Come on, Jay.
No,
That's
come
not
on.
it.
That was
That's not
terrible.
it
That was
That wasn't it at all.
Yeah.
Kyle, display the photo. Or you can display the photo of me and Ken Shamrock. You want to put that one up.
That's cool too, but let me go back to what I was talking about before. Let's show off the new additions to Impact's ProWrestlingTees.com, shall we?
That's who we got here.
Give me a second here.
Well, yeah, just while you're pulling that up, me and the band met Ken at All Glory. He was excited to meet us. That made my guys mark out a little bit. That was fun. He's a super, super cool guy. All right, what do we got here?
This is the new stuff on ProWrestlingTees.com/Impact
nice.
Wrestling. Shop Impact is still a thing, but you can get some more exclusive T-shirts straight out of Chicago over here. Got a new Joey Ryan shirt.
These look awesome.
Yeah, dude. And here's the shirt that Trent will be buying any day from now.
That's because I have that original TNA shirt with that logo. I got that shirt like with that original logo from 2003. Or 2002. I got that logo. Or that was the 2003 logo, I believe.
And Trent, you can get it in red too.
Very nice. Nice Canadian red.
Oh yeah. But now we got a couple more. We've got a new Elgin shirt. I like Moose Bitch, get out the way.
Now Moose, okay, so I was helping out. I was helping out at the merch table at Prelude to Glory, and Moose came up to me and he's like, "Hey man," he goes, he needed a hard to kill shirt, and then he's like, they really got to get these Moose Bitch get out the way shirts at the table itself. And I was like, dude, tell you. He thought I was running merch. I said no. I said tell Josh though, because that would sell for sure. He's like, I know.
So at the merch table, they mostly only have the Shop Impact T-shirts. If you want to get a ProWrestlingTees.com shirt, you got to go to ProWrestlingTees.com and get it yourself, or take a trip out to Chicago.
But they did have the Hard to Kill shirt. That was one that they made sure
they had that tonight, and I plan on buying one tomorrow. I'm going to get myself either the Hard to Kill shirt or just the new straight Impact logo with the red font. They had that at the table tonight. As well.
They did. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm going to throw this in here, and then we can continue with the review. The one I got at Bound for Glory, the Hard to Kill shirt.
Yeah.
It's real dark, and it's, the logo on there looks good. Whoopsie got one in the mail, different quality. Looks like it was like beat up a little bit, like a little worn. Like the T-shirt, like
green print. You got the more of the iron on. It looked like more of the that's the thing. Pro Wrestling Tees, J-Bone does that the direct to garment printing. So it's kind of like in the fabric, kind of not a screen print, like a screen print. You can feel it. You kind of feel like that. That's a screen. That's what we got for the Hard to Kill shirts, where it's actually inked on the shirt.
Yeah, they got those at the merch table. I'm gonna get myself one tomorrow.
Yeah, get the inked on one, because the one that I think Whoopsie got was part of the first batch that went out, and those were all direct to garment, digital printed into the fabric.
Yeah, see, and mine is like it's a sticky logo.
Yeah,
like it's gonna peel off eventually.
It
looks
just
good. I like it.
Mine's real nice. I got a real nice one from the merch table.
He didn't. What I'm saying is he didn't like his. I like mine because they look significantly different.
Yeah, I agree. He should talk to Pro Wrestling Tees, really. But all right, cool. Let's start wrapping it up here.
We should talk to Pro Wrestling Tees. We should get our shirts on there.
We should get our shirt. Jay's on it. He's working on some stuff. All right, we go to the back, Sammy.
The new logo dropped tonight.
Yeah, take a look on the Twitter at We Talk Impact. New logo is up for us. All right, guys. Sammy's in the back with the OVE in the locker room. He's mocking, Jake Chris starts mocking Daga, putting on his stuff. Rich Swann comes in to help break that up and help Daga a little bit, but he backs things off. He's like, I know we're outnumbered.
Brothers, they got no manners.
That's right. He knows them. He had his beef with those guys.
Been up and down the road with those guys.
Pulls him back a little bit. All right, cool. We kick it over. Taya Valkyrie with Johnny Bravo versus Madison Rain, non-title. Bravo was phenomenal. He had the dog, Hennigan, the dog doll, whatever it was. It was, and they called him Bowling Alley Bravo.
You saw the tweet that I put out on our account. I just saw shades of the Big Lebowski. He was holding a Pomeranian, just like in the movie, Walter's Pomeranian. And he had a bowling shirt that reminded me of the Jesus. So, reminded me of it.
Johnny Bravo.
That was great.
Is so fun to watch.
Amazing.
His antics on the outside are so much fun to watch. Just wait till you see what Johnny Bravo did tonight in New York when it airs. He's a legend for this. I can't wait. His best work thus far. Johnny, if you're watching this, you became a legend tonight at the Melrose Ballroom. And we know John, when he can, he does watch and listen. So also a big shout out to Johnny's son, who just turned 9 years old. I think it was today. That's a little creepy, Trent. How do you know that? I'm friends with him on Facebook. Okay. All right. All right. His kid turned 9. Give him a break. Little Johnny Jr. turned 9. All right. I would hit like a boing on that, but I can't. No. We're talking about his kid. Even I'm not that scummy. Yeah, Jesus. Gary, when does Conan return? I just want to confirm. I was at the Melrose taping tonight, and I saw Conan up in the balcony. Conan was there. Confirmed. Conan was in the building tonight. Very cool. Yep. Very nice. This is a pretty standard women's match. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't much of a story to tell on this one because it was kind of more Taya just trying to get the easy win, get away from Jordan. We had the dog got involved. Hennigan the dog. Oh yeah. After Madison hit the ripcord cutter, which I think is a pretty cool name for a cutter, a ripcord cutter. Threw the dog in the ring. Madison tossed the dog into the crowd, but Taya capitalized. Road to Valhalla for the win on this one. So Taya is still holding the record, Jay. She's got the longest reigning knockouts champion. Thoughts on this one? Who do you see? I mean, Jordan Grace is being geared up. She came out at the end after this, confronts Taya on the ramp, and then she took out Johnny Bravo as Taya retreated. Where do you think we're going?
She dumped that poor son of a bitch on his head. Oh my God, knocked him out cold. I want to mention one thing. This match was fine. It was, it was well paced for them two. They know each other. and there was nothing like that really stood out that much move wise. It was a nice little back and forth. It was okay. What made me pop is go back and listen to, and I've said this in a few episodes, go back and listen to the commentary that's going on during this match.
Okay.
You'll piss your pants laughing. Number one, they call out because they're talking about the dog getting tossed around in the first part of the match. He says maybe they'll call PETA, and Don goes, "Who's Peter?
Who's Peter?
Who's Peter? Oh, you caught that? Okay.
Yeah.
And then later in the
PETA,
match,
that's people eating tasty animals, right?
Yes,
the Meat Eaters organization. That's what that is.
Or it's how Lois Griffin says Peter.
yes.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter.
And then later, they do a close up of Madison Rayne in the ring, and she screams at the crowd, and Josh, I can't even say it. Josh says, "Could you imagine waking up next to that?"
Yeah, I caught that.
And then there was like an awkward silence.
Yeah, there's an awkward silence, and you hear a tiny little snicker, and then Todd goes, "You okay?" He's like, so Josh is corpsing after he said this.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's a nice little, for anybody that doesn't know, they're married in real life.
Yeah.
That's why that much makes this funny.
And give me a second here to put BQ on blast. I got balls tonight. How dare somebody not be a fan of Don Callis?
Did he say that?
I don't know. I mean, Hakeem seems to really be in the loop, in tune with everything.
Did you not like Don
the thing
Callis?
is with BQ is he really overanalyzes and nitpicks shit. And a lot of times I'm just like, I disagree with this guy. I think he's completely inaccurate, And I'm not, we're on his network here. But I got to say, if you are not a fan of Don Callis, what fucking wrestling show are you watching?
Well, guys, it's been nice
Michael
being
Cole?
on the Impact Lounge. We appreciate you sticking with us on the Impact Lounge. And that was,
We're out of here. We're out of here, folks. This is the finale.
Let's finish the season finale here.
It was a good run here on the Impact Lounge. Total nonstop impact.
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait till like the end of the year to blast BQ.
Party people in the place to be.
You're all his now, party people.
That's it.
So yeah, I mean, it was it was. I don't know. I like Don Callis, man. I think he's phenomenal. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Don Callis' commentary.
It's shades of Heenan, okay? And
absolutely.
It's like if you know. But I'm not going to call Josh Matthews the Gorilla Monsoon, but when you hear snide little things that Don Callis does, it reminds me of Heenan, and the fact that anybody can do that and pay homage to him quietly while not saying anything specifically.
Yeah.
Like Corey Graves tries to be what Don Callis is. Don Callis is the real thing. Don Callis is so sharp and witty. The guy is hysterical.
Yep. Yes, guys who were asking in the chat there, that's Madison and Josh are married. That's what made the joke funny. That was
when I was at the merch table tonight buying this awesome shirt you see here. Guy behind me on live. So I'm standing at the merch table. Josh is like 3 feet away to the left of me. And the guy behind me says, "Hey, Josh, is it Madison raining outside tonight?" What a terrible.
Oh, my God.
But like, Josh didn't even say anything. He just go red. Like,
gee, that should go on castrating the marks, man. Oh, my God.
I wish I was there with the soundbite to hit the,
Oh, geez. Hakeem Ford is asking if, he said BQ's not a fan of OV's booking. Would you guys agree? I'm going to definitely agree on 100%. I don't think they've been booked strong enough at all.
He's the champion.
But look, dude, he got pinned on this episode. We're going to get to that. He still took a pin his first episode as champion. He took a pin.
I'll admit, they've got that chicken shit, as they say, chicken shit, Weasley thing going on, but
big time.
They could. I guess I see where you're going there.
I mean, they've had him lose. Jake took pins as X Division champ left and right. Fulton. I gotta agree with the OV. I wanted OVE to be booked like insanely strong. I mean, just take him over. That was the idea. And then every like handful of matches, you get the loss. That's what every successful group had that. That's how it works. You dominate the shit out of them. But look, what the hell do we know? We're just giving our feedback.
I have a theory here, and it breaks my heart because I don't really want to even think about this. Maybe this downward spiral of losses in OVE will change OVE. Now think about it. Sami is world champion now. The other guys haven't been winning too much. And look at this beautiful autographed 8x10 I got. Who's missing from this picture?
That's not a bad observation.
But I could be wrong because the golden draw, the mini draw is still X Division champion in this flyer. So maybe they just put one out without Sami. I'm overthinking. I'm overanalyzing. I don't want to see OVE ever break up, but things could change. You know, they could Julius Caesar Sami.
Yeah. So hey, listen, it could go that way. Could go that way. All right, let's get moving here. I don't want to keep these folks too much longer.
Oh, we keep them all night. This is the Impact Lounge, baby. Open late, open great.
That's true. We're like a Circle K, 24/7, baby. All right, we're in the back. Gama's berating Rohit and Raj for losing again. What? He's berating him for losing in the Call Your Shot Battle Royal at Bound for Glory. He's not happy about it. He tells us that Mahabali Shera is back in India on a spiritual enlightenment journey. He's going to find himself already. The guy just came back, but he's on his way back, find himself. In the meantime, they got Bhupinder Singh on site, new young upstart. The guy's got some balls. So they threw him into the mix. Bhupinder's going to prove himself tonight. So he told the other two to watch him. He's going to go prove himself. So
brand new kid.
Brand new kid. He's from what I understand, a little sidebar. He's a trainee at the Can-Am dojo. Trains in Windsor. So he's I remember watching an episode of Explosion. He wrestled on it, and they mentioned he's a student at St. Clair College.
Wasn't he?
Second, boys, time out. Clackman, did I just burn you? Were you the one that said the Madison Raining comment? Hold on. I like teasing Josh. I knew it was
that was you.
Now I feel like an asshole. I didn't know that was you, Clackman. What a dick!
That was Clackman.
The guy takes the time to listen to our podcast, and I'm beating up his puns on the show. Look, I appreciate it. It was funny.
He says right next to you. That was Clackman right next to you, Josh. Kyle, I mean, what the hell?
He did look annoyed. You know, it was funny though. It was funny.
I hope he cracked by the annoyance.
See how small this community is. We're all friends.
Here I am. Here we are, dogging the Clackman, and he's on with us at 3 a.m. out there. Come on, Clackman. I take it all black. No, you know what? God damn it! No, I want a better insult out of you tomorrow, Clackman.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to be watching you, Clackman.
I want a better insult out of Clackman tomorrow. I don't like Madison Raining. I want something else. You know what? Here's some material. Josh Matthews used to have a fashion podcast. Did you know that?
He did.
Give him something about that. Give him something about the fashion podcast.
He did.
All right, Rosemary's in the back. She doesn't believe Susie has no recollection of her past self. She's like, no, this is bullshit. This Susie thing is bullshit. She's so young. She's like, how can she forget killing us? How can she forget killing the bunny? This is not happening. Susie, then we flash forward, and there's Susie. Susie's right there. She appears. Rosemary's not having it. She's not like, no, this is weird. Susie walks around. She runs into Havoc, the person who killed her. And she, Havoc can't say anything. She just looks at her like, what in the fuck? What? And she's like, okay, nice to meet you. The consensus here is that Su Yung is hot. Kyle, Su Yung is hot. Your thoughts on that?
Su Yung is very hot.
Su Yung is hot.
Very hot.
Susie Young is gorgeous.
Who would have thought? Under all that decrepitation, under that death.
The undead bride.
It's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing with her. I mean, honestly, I would love to know, and I'm sure we're going to find out eventually through, stories or somebody saying something in the public eye. But man, I want to know who's responsible for this. I mean, because And I said this for like the last, year and a half since her inception into Impact Wrestling, that Su Yung is one of the best characters in the company, from the entrance to the twitching wild, the charismatic moves she did in the ring and outside of the ring, selling everything like she was dying and attacking like she was some kind of demonic possessed whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now this, it's like, whoa,
Now-
what the hell?
I follow as many podcasts and interviews, Impact related, as a fan and just to be in the loop with this show. And I've heard Jimmy Jacobs talk about doing the Undead Realm stuff many times. So I think that's the creative head you're thinking of.
Very nice, man. This story already has me hooked.
Jimmy, man.
This story already has me hooked. I want to know where it's going. I think it's fantastic. This is going to be really cool.
Yeah, that and or Gail working with the Knockouts, whatever, the collaboration there. I mean, whatever it is, it's wow.
I got to dispel something though. Mir brought up the whole.
Yeah,
thing
I
that
clicked
happened.
on that by accident, and there's a button here where I could put Mir in timeout. So Trent, you could clear that rumor up. Mir's
So
in
the whole
timeout,
thing-
by the way.
There was a rumor about some spousal issues between Rich Swann and Su Yung. For anybody doesn't know, Rich Swann and Su Yung are married. There was some things that went around about some spousal issues and abuse issues, things like that. It turned out it was all BS. Then, they're together, they're happy. A lot of BS in there, a lot of stretched truth. They got into an argument in public. And then she stormed out of the car. It's one of those things where he's like, "Come on, what the hell are you doing?" Couples fight in public. I've done it too. Okay, it happens. That got blown way out of proportion. The two of them are awesome. They're an amazing couple together. Believe me, I know them both personally. They're an awesome couple together. Really cool people. I love both of them. Don't believe what you heard. This is all BS. Let's
Internet
let that
bullshit. And so Clackman wants to know, he must have missed the episode. He wants to know how Su Yung died. You want to fill him in?
In Mexico, the Mexico tapings heard Havoc have been having a feud. They brawled. This has been going on for a bit. They brawled. Havoc dragged her to the back and then dragged her up some stairs, found some cable, hung her off the banister of the stairs, and choked her to death. She was on the operating table. They tried to revive her. She was gone. They pronounced her dead. If you want a recap of that, look at last week's show. They kind of show some of that, the whole thing again. So
I love how murder is not out of the realm of possibility on this weekly Impact Wrestling television show.
I love it. They don't shy away from it. That's a TV show.
There's wives getting banged. There's people getting murdered.
It's an adult show.
This is my wrestling. This is wrestling on a whole nother level. And I brought this up last week, but I'm going to say it again. For Susie to turn back into Su Yung, does she have to get killed? Like, does she have to get killed again? Like, if she gets like stabbed or shot or something?
That's how it's going to work. There's going to be at least one more death here. You got to have at least one more.
How many knockouts are going to die? They killed Allie too.
People are dying, man.
Rest in peace, Allie.
We don't talk about Allie anymore. Wait, she's still Allie over there on the other show?
I don't know. Ask fucking Bullet Club shirt over here.
Yeah, what the fuck is
she is? Yeah, she just had a match this week.
Shut up. You're supposed to say yes or no. You're just supposed to say yes or no. Don't start doing an AEW commercial.
She
wrestling whore.
I reviewed over on that other little channel called Smash This Podcast.
Yeah, go check it out there.
He's muted. He's in timeout with me or Neeson.
The guy's muted.
He's in timeout with me or Neeson.
Timeout. Race Zach Morris, timeout. Shut his camera if he keeps doing that.
That's right.
All right. We go from that, guys. Petey Williams taking on Bhupinder Singh. That was that was what we were setting up Bhupinder for. They bring Petey out in Canada a lot, which is great because he always gets the pop. His music's the theme, the national anthem. So he always gets a pop with that. Bhupinder comes out with Desi Hit Squad. Nice back and forth. The guys, he is green. You can see the green on Bhupinder, but who better to kind of walk him through than the veteran Petey Williams? I thought that was great. Petey takes him out, gets the win with the sharpshooter submission. But then Bhupinder, Petey's about to leave. Bhupinder gets up, starts ridiculing Cameron, the referee, who is a legless referee who can move around like the freaking wind. He's a student at the Can-Am dojo. The guy moves amazingly for having no fucking legs. It's incredible. He is dogging him. Petey sees it, jumps back in. He Canadian destroys Bhupinder Singh. Oh, first they set up Cameron to give this guy a Cam 19 Canadian destroyer, and then Cam, the referee, guys, legless referee, top rope 450 splash, unreal, unfucking real.
450,
Jesus.
Amazing.
He's got no legs.
How did that not go viral on the internet? That clip alone. That has never happened before.
Unreal.
To give a guy like that a chance to do something special, that's just amazing. It really
Awesome.
is. Now, I got a question, though. Okay, so this Bhupinder Singh, who is the guy in the first inception of the Desi Hit Squad? Who was the guy that came out with Rohit Raju in the beginning before Raj came in?
It's very confusing. It's Menudo at this point. You really don't know. There was Gama Singh Jr. There's a lot of people. I get confused with who's who.
I thought that was Bhupinder Singh. I thought that was.
It was not Bhupinder. It was Gursinder.
Gursinder.
That's it. Okay, because he and Rohit had some great chemistry. Still one of the best tag team matches to this day that I saw. That first inception of the Desi Hit Squad was, and it was at like a Twitch show. It was OVE before Callihan came into the company, I believe. It was the Chris brothers versus the Desi Hit Squad.
Yep.
It was amazing.
It was great, man. I know what you're talking about. Gursinder, I believe, I think he's out of the game now. I thought I heard something. I'll clarify this. I think he's not doing much anymore, or he's trying his hand at some other companies in the U.S. So not really sure where he ended up falling. I know he asked for his release because things weren't working out for him. More Monster Munch break. Mute yourself. I don't want to hear the chewing here.
Crunch in my ear. That son of a bitch. I want to. That's it. I'm getting another one of these guys. Ooh.
Look at you guys. I don't have any food over here. I got water.
This one. Guess what this one tastes like?
You got to show us what it is? Oh. All right, moving on. So that's awesome. There's a little small interview with Cam, the referee, guys, on the social medias. Check that out. He's a sweetheart of a guy, so take a watch. All right, now we get to the juicy stuff, guys. Ace Austin arrives at Alisha's hotel room for the Bangorama. Play the clip, Bangorama. Come on, you got to be ready with this, guys.
It's been a Bangorama.
Exactly. That's what they were. So she gets in there. She's like, "Why don't you relax?" Tells him to put on a blindfold, and he's like, "You want me to just wear the belt?" And she's like, Jesus. And she's like, "No, just put this on." So he gets all set up, shirt off, lays back in the bed, belt across his chest, and he feels someone graze his face. He's like, "Oh, you got soft hands. You're real nice." And it turns out, blindfold up, it's Eddie Edwards. He's in there, beats the living piss out of Ace, bucks him up a bunch. They're brawling in the hallway. He's bad. There's a guy at the end of the hallway, if you guys saw, who I don't think knew this was all being filmed, and he was like, "Look," you see his genuine look of like, "What the fuck's going on?" After that's all over, Eddie looks at his wife, and he's more turned on than he's ever been. He starts dry humping her in the hallway. Unbelievable. Dry humping right in the hallway. Yes, he gave her the Kenny. He gave her the power.
Well, the best part of him getting turned on by the violence and them going at each other like dogs in the middle of the hotel, on the hotel floor, was that when they started making love on the floor, did you catch the detail of Eddie like, "Oh, get over here, Kenny"? Like he needed Kenny to get in on the action. They had a menage a trois.
It was an instant threesome. Instant threesome. I mean, I don't want to see that porno because I don't want to see where that's getting put. I just know.
It was fantastic. He brings Kenny into bed or into the hallway.
Look no further than Trent's apartment. He's got a Kenny the Kendo stick, and I believe him and the wife use it quite often.
The nurse hasn't asked for it yet, but we'll see. All right, guys. That was Alisha and Kenny. Alicia, Kenny, and Eddie in the room. How long is that fucking clip? All right.
I love the rough stuff.
Speaking of that guy, Sam, we got Petey Williams and Johnny Swinger talking in the back. Johnny's telling Petey he needs to get himself a nice sizzinglet, he's talking all carny with him. He's like, come on, young boy, you can carry my bags. And he's like, I'm not carrying your bags. And they're arguing about stuff. Sammy walks up, calls him Marks, says the party's going on. He summons them away. All right, now we're in the ring. Sammy is celebrating. Ovi's behind him. They're all marching around. He's putting over his win against Brian Cage. Tommy Dreamer interrupts and blames Sami Callihan for ruining last week's monumental episode of Impact on Access, the debut. Tommy calls on the fans and the rest of the locker room for the true draws of Impact Wrestling. Well, Tommy Dreamer then challenges OV to an Extreme Celebration 4-on-4 tag match, and his partners end up being, guys, Swann, Tessa, and Daga. They take on these four here. So it's basically, with the exception of Tommy Dreamer, which, again, there's a lot of Tommy Dreamer lately. Him being in the main event's a little weird. I don't know about all that. It could have been, you didn't need Tommy Dreamer in there. I don't know why he was in there. He's pretty slow, but he is Tommy Dreamer, still gets a pop. So I guess, the reason is that is why.
How dare you? How dare you, Trent?
I love Tommy Dreamer. I got a Tommy Dreamer t-shirt.
I'm a little biased, but man, Tommy Dreamer is the mayor of Impact Wrestling. He is the elder. He's the elder statesman. He's always there backstage. He includes himself when necessary. He is our mayor, Tommy Dreamer. So how dare you? I get
it, but my thing is, like, in the main event slot, Sammy's first post championship win. It's like Tommy Dreamer's the focused guy. You know what I mean? Like, it threw me off, man.
I loved it. And the day after Sammy won the title, he was on Busted Open Radio with Tommy Dreamer, and he gave a hell of a post championship victory interview.
All right, very cool. Very cool. Jay, what'd you think about this one? Ended up ending with Swann rolling Sammy up for the pin to get the win.
See that, Trent? Tommy Dreamer is awesome. Screw you, Trent. I hope Dreamer puts you and the band through a flaming table. That's right. Christ. You and Hemi going to be rocking out, and the innovator of violence, putting people through flaming tables.
Hey, are you Gettysburg? Who's typing that? Is that you?
No, you hear it.
I have an old ECW Tommy Dreamer t-shirt, guys. I'm down for Tommy Dreamer. I just didn't think it should be the first guy that Sami Callihan has to kind of start a feud with. The first guy after his title win. I didn't think it should be him.
It's because he's been on the battlefront with Tessa, so they're kind of continuing that quietly.
Okay.
He was there, man.
But the whole thing with Rich Swann, the best part of that was the look on Rich Swann's face after he got the W. He looked like he just about can we cue this? It's a sound effect.
Which one?
In his pants. The boing.
Oh, a little boing boing.
He was a little excited. Yeah.
In my ass.
There we go. Where's that one been all night?
Not that excited. Well, we haven't had an opportunity to really do that. But yeah. So I liked it. I thought it was okay. I was shocked that OVE did lose here, first week after the big win. Like, this is the big change. But I mean, you could also blame it on the beer, because OVE had been drinking all day, and they actually were consuming alcohol on the show, which usually is a big no-no.
That's a recurring theme at Impact. Look at the Rascals. They're losing matches all the time because they're getting stoned in the back. That does not apply to RVD, though. That does not apply to RVD.
Well, yeah, they're simulating the smoke, but they're not actually doing, bong hits or smoking.
Oh, shut up. What do you know, J-Bone? Don't tell me what they do. I watch the show. I know.
Well, listen. All right, I don't know what the hell we're talking about here anymore.
No, hell of a way. We're off the rails, baby. This is what we do around here.
It was a nice brawl. You know, that night everybody was getting involved. Everybody hit their spots. Rich makes the pin for number one contender. Now, what's no, actually, I don't think this is not the contender match, but Rich making the pin on Sami. Interesting. We'll see where that goes, guys. I'm not really sure where you take this with all the people you got vying for the title right now. Rich Swann kind of teasing he's in the mix. Jay, you're going to say something?
I thought they already set up the match. No, wait. Now it's
for next week. You have the number one contender match between all of those guys. So that's
Sammy's. When is Sami fighting? Oh my God,
Cage?
No, I know when he's fighting Cage. That's at Turning Point, right?
Come on, J-Bone. Get that ticker ticking. That light bulb flickering.
Shamrock. Why can I never fucking think of his name?
Next week.
That happened tonight. I saw it.
Okay, awesome. That was on night 2 of the tapings. So, or that's on the
tapings. What's next week? I thought he had a match next week for Impact coming up.
I don't recall offhand. If anybody in the chat wants to put in what if they announced Sammy's opponent for next week?
Because they got so many they got this week's events coming up. They're starting to already plug the show for in December. They're bringing back what the hell did I see?
They're bringing they got Turning Point this weekend. December is the Rockstar show, and then they got Motown Showdown.
It's not the Motown Showdown. I mean, they're bringing that back for a Twitch special, so that's they're bringing that back, but they're bringing back a classic TNA show for the December Impact Plus. I can't remember.
Every time J-Bone's thinking, Trent, this is what I'm going to play.
Turning Point.
Turning Point. No, it's not Turning Point. That's the one where Cage is on.
That's this Sunday. Is Turning Point.
Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
No Surrender. Thank you.
Okay. That's thanks to Lakers. There we go. JV with Lakers.
The one they just put up today, or within the last 24 hours, whatever. But yeah,
I didn't know they gave it a name officially, but that's the one with Rockstar Pro. I think. You're raising your hand there, Kyle?
I was saying, wait, Hakim. We'll get back to that. Let's finish the review and then we'll answer. We'll do a little Q&A.
All right, cool. Well, that's the big wins. I mean, Rich Swann gets it, and you got the 5-way next week to determine number one contender. So it's all on notice. I'm not a big fan of Sami losing right off the bat. Kind of an odd one, but we'll see where they go.
It wasn't a one-on-one.
5-way.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a one-on-one. It was a tag, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they got logic to it. I know they're not.
Champion was protected, damn it.
He was. All right, cool. So that was the episode, guys. That was the November 5th, 2019 episode of Impact Wrestling. Impact on Access. Good show. I enjoyed it a lot. Everything progressing. That's the key to a good show. Curious. They hooked me enough for next week with Susie, the Sami stuff, all these guys being in this 5-way. I'm hooked enough. That's the idea. Any wrestling should buy you in for the next week.
And the tag champs had that open challenge for Marufuji to bring a tag team partner. It was announced at the end of the show that it's Eddie Edwards.
Oh, it is Eddie Edwards. Okay, cool. Eddie is the mystery tag team partner now.
Marufuji and Edwards against the North. So that's amazing. I don't know where that is, but I'm just excited about it.
Cool. All right, Kyle, let's do a couple of those Q&As you wanted to do. Then we'll get some plugs and get some people out of here.
Free for all, everybody. Right now in the chat, nobody will be skipped over. Ask any questions, final thoughts. We're going to run through them.
Okay. And while that's coming up on the screen, I want to do one quick news bit. KM was backstage tonight doing production.
He was. Photos got released of that, and he's looking dapper in a suit.
I said hello to him.
Did you?
Really?
His Wrestle Pro School runs the ring crew and the live events, so maybe he's back in that capacity only. That's all it could be.
And maybe just locally. Who knows?
Well, he did it last time too. I know that. So and he did it for No Surrender United We Stand earlier this year. So yeah, he's still involved. He's somewhere. He's somewhere. All right, Kyle, go ahead and give your thoughts on that one.
First question, Hakeem Fullerton. We haven't seen an all knockouts pay-per-view in a long time. Should Impact bring back knockouts knockdown? I'm all for it. If not the knockdown, something else. I love the all-female show. Why not? I'm with it. What about you, fellas?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, you can put that on the plus. I think it's perfect. You got Impact Plus, perfect place to put it. Why not?
Oh yeah,
everyone loves women's shows. Cool. All right, listen, Kyle. The questions are slowing down. It's 2:30 Central Time. We gotta let these people go, man. We can't hold them anymore.
What? I don't want to go.
No, we cannot hold them. It's an hour 40-minute review.
It's been a bang-a-rama.
It's been a bang-a-rama, Trent.
Sure has.
I don't want to go.
Sure. All right, get your plugs. I'm gonna get the plugs after you guys. All right, let's see what we got. Kyle, where can they find you, and where can they find you tomorrow?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at KL_TNI. Shoot me a follow on there. Shoot me a DM. Send me booty pics. Send me whatever you love. Love chicks only. Chicks only. Send me booty pics. Chicks only. Whatever. Hit me up. Let's chat. Do a little Impact talking. Whatever you want to do. But tomorrow, I will be at the second night of Melrose Ballroom tapings, baby. The Friday night show. I will be there. Before the show starts, I'll be hanging out at Napoli Pizza, which is 2 minutes down the street from the arena. Come on by, have a slice, hang out, buy me a beer. Just hang.
Very nice.
He's going back. That must have meant that it was pretty good tonight.
The guy never stops mooching. You know, Bison bought me beer, pizza, and brought me this. I mean, the kid's a mooch. I mean, dude, he was offering. I had my money out. He's like, no, I got you.
What a guy.
And then you got your girlfriend, the nurse, barking up the wrong tree, trying to get in on my mooching. She's asking Bison on Twitter to send some chocolate over. Look, she did one show. You gotta pay your dues before you start mooching off the lounges. Taking from me, taking food out of my mouth.
Look at that. Look at that. She got a little taste of fame, and now she's demanding your prizes. God damn it. I might have to have a talk with her. Might have to lay her down a little bit and talk to her.
Don't know about Kylie Ray. No thoughts on that.
I don't know. I had heard initially she was, but maybe not. We'll see. All right. J-Bone, tell us where they can find you, sir.
You can find me over on the Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. You can also find me over on that little YouTube channel called Smash This Podcast, where we're always smashing shit. Do a lot of news, reviews, and stuff. And but I keep all my Impact stuff here pretty much, except for like the Impact Plus shows. I'll review that special stuff over there. Smash This Podcast also has a Facebook, a Twitter, and Instagram.
Very nice. Cool. Guys, you can find me at Vanilla Joke on Instagram and Twitter. Do me a favor. Anybody sending me an Instagram request, do me a favor. Message me on there and tell me who you are. I've been getting a lot of random requests on there. I think some of the guys are listeners. Let me know if it's you, and I will definitely accept that. Also, Hemi Music at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're the band who did some music for Impact Wrestling this year, so definitely check us out. Also, this show, you can find it on all social media platforms at We Talk Impact. Just type that all in, one word. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it all comes right up. Connect with us. Also, guys, don't forget, this podcast is available wherever podcasts are found. Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and YouTube on the Impact Lounge or the Total Nonstop Impact channel. Rate, review, subscribe to all of them or one of them, whatever. But leave ratings, guys. We want your ratings. That helps us get seen. The ratings have been awesome. Keep them coming, please. 5 stars preferred. If not, whatever. But definitely get in there. Check us out. Give us a review. We'll have we do news, we do photos, all sorts of stuff. Definitely let us know on the social medias what you want us to do more of, what we're doing good, what we're doing bad. We love you guys. We appreciate all the feedback. Did I miss anything, boys?
For those who came in late, go vote for the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Vote for the podcast on the Wrestling Podcast Awards at the Wrestling Hub, right? That's what it is, the Wrestling Hub on Twitter.
We've shared the link. Yeah, you go look up the Wrestle Hub. They shared the doc. It's a Google Doc. The Rant also shared it. We've shared it. We've shared it on Facebook. We've shared it on Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that, guys. If
Really?
you
Really?
Oh, how'd that get there? Oh, damn it, BQ. BQ must be running in the control room or something.
All right,
How'd that
so
get there?
Smash This Podcast has one nomination in all the categories.
For solo, right?
I've been telling all my friends, vote for Smash This Podcast for Best Solo and vote for...
Oh, what happened? I think J-Bone's connection must have went.
What the
Can't
hell
hear
happened?
him.
All right, well, vote for Total Nonstop Impact on the Wrestling Podcast Awards, guys. Get in there. You can vote once only per Gmail account. So get in there, give us a vote. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. That was the November 5th, 2019 episode of Impact Wrestling from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We are going to be back next week with more Windsor. Kyle's going to night 2 with Bison of the tapings in New York. Lots going on. Don't forget, this weekend, you got Turning Point and Overdrive. Operation Overdrive coming up this weekend. Twitch special and Impact Plus special. Get on it. Watch them. Everything's going to be up there. So a lot of content over the next month worth of Impact Wrestling, guys. Don't slack. Be glued to your TVs and your headphones for us. All right. I think that's going to do it for us, guys. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, Jim Cornette's favorite company, AEW, also has a pay-per-view.
Oh,
He's out here.
God damn it. I should have taken him off you. He's out. He's out. I just cut him. He's
all right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for hanging with us so late. All the questions were awesome. We'll talk to you later. Good night.